Oh. Oh, mother. That one hurt. That one hurt. Hello. And welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello. If you're not new, hello. I will be showing you how I do my brows, not only how I fill them in, but also how I groom them at home. No, I do not go anywhere else. No, I do not let anybody touch my eyebrows. No, this is not hard at all. If I can do it, you can definitely do it. You're just gonna need a couple of things, nothing crazy. So if you wanna know how to get a nice, natural looking brow, then keep on watching. So the things you're gonna need: coffee. I just gotta have a second for it to kick in. So much better. So the things you're gonna need today for Titi's at home salon for brows: some tweezers, a brow pencil, and it's helpful if you have a spoolie. You're gonna need some wipes. You can use makeup wipes or just regular, these are from Costco wipes, so that works too. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see they are out of control and outgrown and hairy and beautiful. My eyebrows are. Zoom you in. Yes. Let's just take a moment and realize that these are a lot hairier than I thought. The first thing I like to do, I like to brush all of these brows up. Right in the middle, it kind of starts to have a hard time finding the shape, so that's why I like to draw an outline of the shape that I want, so I can make sure that the shapes of both of my eyebrows are pretty much the same, but it does help so that way I don't go too up or too down. Once your brows are all turned up, I like to outline them, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. And it definitely does not have to look good. It's just the line of where they're gonna be. You see that? How it has a nice arc. So that means I can pluck all these bad boys. And then on the top, it's especially helpful because I have all these little tiny ones. And if you notice, my brows kind of just cut right here, and that's not exactly the shape that I want. I want it to elongate a little bit. So that's why it's helpful to draw them out so I don't pluck unnecessary hairs. And I'm trying to grow it in, but it's a little hard. I just follow like as if it were to continue to grow out, how it would grow out. Boom. Now that's a little pointy for me. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in with my wipies. I'm gonna fix that. So I'm gonna wipe it off, make it a little bit more round. So I can get all those extra hairs that are not necessary for my shape. So it'll look kind of like this. So that's like when I do fill them in, that will be the shape roughly of what it will look like. So now you go in. Listen, I don't let anyone touch my eyebrows. One time I did, and now here we are. I like to start at the bottom, at the back end, and work your way up. Because when you start at the bottom, you're gonna start tweezing. And then all the little hairs that you have, you just put them. If you keep tweezing in all of those hairs, you're gonna end up pinching yourself. I mean, when you're tweezing, the odds are you're gonna pinch yourself anyways, but if you can eliminate how many times you pinch yourself, it'll help. And I like to kind of go down, up, and start with the little ones. Ooh, that one hurt, yeah. And for you to be a little red is normal. So whether you tweeze it or thread it or wax it, whichever, it's gonna hurt. And you want to get as close to the root as possible. If you pull from like from right here, one, it'll hurt 10 times more. And two, you have the chance of it breaking off, and then you have this little tiny stub that you have to work with, and it's really, really hard to get out. So if you get right to the tip, like right to the root on a quick little motion, it hurts way less than if you were to go like at the very, very tip right here. Like that. Ooh, that makes me so nervous. Don't do that. Now, I usually do my eyebrows when I don't have makeup on because it's easier to find all those little tiny hairs. Those down there. This one. Yeah. That looks good. Alright, so now you have a nice clean bottom. It looks pretty good. We're gonna move on to the top part. And then when I get to this part right here, I like to use the flat part of the tweezers to go along and get a really nice sharp line. Alright, not too bad. So we're just gonna go down again using that flat part. Alright. So that's pretty much it for this one. Now that you look crazy with one eyebrow lined, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one off camera, and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you how I fill in my brows. Because the first fill in after you do your brows, girl, it's the best feeling ever. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one and I'll be right back. You can see I went ahead and just wiped off the pencil liner. Now we're gonna fill them in, but let me just show you. Can you see all that? Yes, I was a little hairy. That's okay. I like to go in with the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I absolutely love it. It's super great. I think it's a good dupe for Benefit Precisely My Brow. That one I do love, but it's $22 and I use it within a month and a half to 2 months. And this one is $8 and it lasts me a little bit over that as well. So I'm about to save you some coins. You're welcome. I'm gonna zoom you back in so we can fill in the eyebrow. Yes. So this is what it looks like. Yes, it's a little red, but as you can see, it's a lot better shape. I like to brush them all up, mainly in the front. And then once I get about halfway, I kind of push them down. So then I start at the bottom. I do light little strokes. I go in and I do almost a line, but it's a light line. It's about right there. And then I flick it up. You don't want just like a line colored in. You want it to mimic your hairs. Well, I do. I like my brows pretty natural, so that's what I like to do. And then I just go through adding, kind of like adding extra hairs. See how much it doesn't look like I filled them in, but you know I filled them in, but it doesn't look like it's filled in. It looks like that's just how my eyebrow is. No, it's not. Then for the top part, it's kind of the same way that I outlined them at the beginning. Just pretend, and again, light little flicks of like the wrist, and pretend that you're just having those eyebrow hairs that you want in the shape that you want, and then connecting it down. Boom. And I do go back and forth, filling them in and spreading them out, making sure they're the way I want it. Now, some days I'll probably leave the tail just like this when I want it like extra natural. Other days when I want it a little bit more extra, I'll fill it in a little bit, but there's some still spots. They're a little bit too sparse for me. I'm gonna go back into that corner and kind of fill it in a little bit more. See that? Like, oh, you have nice, naturally full brows. No, no, no. Just know how to pretend like I do. There's a difference. You thought I forgot here and here now, didn't you? No, we ain't done. So like I said, I wanted to stop almost to where we got to here because I don't like when there's just like a straight line right here. So we're gonna use a light hand. I like to put my hand at the very end. Don't have too much pressure. And just flick up to again mimic a full front brow, which I do not have, and a nice square brow, which I do not have. And if you go a little bit past the line, that's okay because we're gonna clean it up with concealer, so don't you worry about it, girl. There we go. So that is that one. We're gonna clean this part up later and then a little bit on here. Can you just see the difference? Like, yes, I still have a lot of hairs, but like your back is all messed up. And then I'm gonna flip over. So now we are going to clean it up a little bit. I like to use a little bit of lighter concealer. I just put a little bit on the back of my hand like this. Then you get a brush like this. And then I like to start right about here. And I don't go quite all the way to my brow. I leave a little bit of a space. And then I get close here to clean that part up. And then I lightly drag it down. And I like to leave the space right here because it makes it look a little bit more natural. You see how there's like a nice harsh line right here? And then it gets a little bit softer towards here. Use my finger to drag it down a little bit. You see that? Dang. Dang. That's a good looking brow if I do say so myself. Girl. Now this one. Oh. Yeah, girl, I know. The last part is going to be brow gel, but I like to do that at the end of my makeup. So we'll go ahead and do my face real quick, and then we'll come back and do the last part of the brows. So that was really fast. So now we're gonna just finish off our eyebrows with some gel. I highly recommend doing this, especially if you have very hairy eyebrows. It'll help make sure all of your hairs are staying in the right spot. Again, I'm just gonna zoom in. Yeah. So this is what it looks like with, you know, full face of makeup. Very natural. What I'm gonna use is the e.l.f. Wow Brown. I think it could also be kind of like a dupe for the Benefit Brow Gel. But any brow gel is good. I like this one. It's $5 and it works really, really great. And it has extra little fibers, so people who might need a little extra texture to their eyebrows, this is definitely one. I think the Benefit one does, but I feel like it's like $28. And it's great, don't get me wrong, I love it. But if you need to save some coin, e.l.f. is the way to go. Okay, just gonna brush them up. And this will also help keep that like natural hair look and texture as well. I'm gonna do it all the way to the end. And then especially right here where my brows don't really want to cooperate, I put a little extra in there. It is tinted, so it's not just gel, it helps add some fullness to your eyebrows. And then I also like to kind of push it down right there. Make sure that they stay right there. So this is why I don't like to cut my eyebrows, because it adds a little bit of extra length to them to help shape them up. And then the other one. Boom. So I'm gonna zoom out. I don't know if you noticed, but just adding that to my brows made it a little bit thicker and a little bit fuller. If you didn't notice, I definitely noticed. That is how I do my eyebrows. I do them like that all the time. Like I said, this is even when I do a full face of makeup, like intense eyeshadow and everything, this is pretty much what I do. I just thicken the line right here so it's a little bit more precise. If you find this helpful, please like it, give it a thumbs up. If you used any of these products, please let me know down below. What are your favorite brow products? And until next time, see you on the flippy flop. Right? Just like you're not in the mood. Food. Just kidding. I'm always in the mood for food. like, I made it.